Hey all, so I wanted to talk about Kakai squash. They look like a pumpkin that are striped green and orange. They have hull seeds, so they don't have a shell, and you can roast the seeds without even having to shell them or anything. You can just eat them. I've had this plant here planted since the beginning of summer, and it's done horribly. We're in a spot that is mostly sun all day, and this plant just does not want to strive. I actually had two plants here, and one finally died about last week. This one is trying really hard to take off. It's actually got two babies on it right now, which I don't think are going to make it. There's one here. This one's already turning yellow, so I don't think it's going to make it. So I'm doing an experiment. I've talked about it in my last video, actually. So I have this one here that's in full sun pretty much all day. And I went ahead and I planted two more here about, I would say about 5 weeks ago. They were doing really well. They actually look pretty good. And then last week I lost one. I don't know why. It just keeled over and died. But this one seems to be doing pretty good. This is in partial shade most of the day. It gets a good amount of sun, but it's in a more shaded area. It's got a tree in front of it, so it gets sun and shade. It's a mixtured area. Then I have another set that's in shade almost all day long, and I'll show you that set. Okay, and I have this set. The only time it's getting sun is this late afternoon. It's like 3 or 4 right now. I'm not even sure what time it is. It's like 4 o'clock. It gets the late afternoon because it's next to my tomato forest here. So this section of my totes doesn't see much sun back here during the day because of the tomatoes. So I thought I would try putting a few more seeds over here. I think there's like 2 or 3 plants right there, and they actually look really good. They look better than the other two did when I planted them. So, and these have only been here about 2.5, 3 weeks, and they're already almost, these ones right here are almost the same size as the ones that were over in the other tote for about 5 weeks. So I'm running an experiment. I want to see which ones do better. I am determined to get some Kakai melons. I really want to try them. And I'll keep you posted on if I get them, how they do, which ones do better. I talked to my stepdad, Gary, of Robbie, Gary Gardenese. He told me that he had a plant that was in partial shade. He got one squash off it, and his was planted the same time as my first set. And mine's not produced. It's only got those babies and then they die off and it doesn't do anything. And mine's in full sun. He told me his was in partial shade and he was able to get at least one off it. So I'm trying in 3 different sections, one full sun, one mostly sun, and one mostly shade. He tends to think that the mostly shade will do best. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you all posted on how this works. Okay, bye.